Well, that was actually a very hard decision. You either stay and become a slave miner for the rest of your life, or you go to space and maybe you have better luck with a xenomorph. Hello everybody, I'm Jay Mere and welcome to my review for the new Alien movie, Alien Romulus. Yes, we have finally a new Alien movie. I believe it's been 7 years since Alien Covenant came out, and now we have Alien Romulus. And this is one of my most anticipated movies of the year. And the closer we were getting to August, the more exciting, the more enthusiastic I was about this movie. I couldn't wait. Finally happy that it is August. I saw Alien Romulus, the first available showing, and that was 2 days ago at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Yes, I couldn't wait. I had to see this movie. I'm a big Alien fan, and I was very pleased with this movie. I really love Alien Romulus. And Alien Romulus is directed by Fede Alvarez and starring Kaylee Spaeny, Archie Reno, David Johnson and Isabella Merced. That's the cast of Alien Romulus. And yes, Alien Romulus. I feel like I have a lot to say about this movie, but for this review I'm gonna stay as vague as possible because I feel like a lot of this movie are spoilers. So I'm gonna talk about the movie, I'm gonna say what I like, a few things that I didn't like, but there are no spoilers in this review. So what's the movie about? The movie is actually about a new group of survivors. You know, every alien movie you have this group of people that has to face the xenomorphs. And either goes from colonial marines to just idiots. And in this movie we are focusing on a group of very young miners. And these group of young people, they do not want to spend their entire life in this area and they become a slave miner. So they try to escape and go to this abandoned spaceship in order for a better life. However, the spaceship is not as abandoned as they thought it was. And that's basically the plot. More I'm not gonna say about the plot of this movie, because, like I said, it's gonna be too much spoilers. But first of all, let's talk about the director. This director is Fede Alvarez, and this is a really horror director, a new horror director for this past decade, and I really admire his work. He already did an Evil Dead reboot in 2013. Not the biggest fan of that movie, but it's a Evil Dead movie that I really appreciate what he was going for. Really nice movie. Also, he made some original horror movies like Don't Breathe. Also big fan of that movie. And now he was taking his version of the Alien movie. And his Alien movie, this Alien Romulus, you can see that he is trying to do his own thing, but he also wants to be familiar for the fans. And there are a lot of references to the Alien movie and to Aliens, just the first two movies in the franchise. And for me, Romulus feels more close to the first Alien movie than with Aliens. There are some nice references to Aliens as well. But in essence, it kind of feels like we are following the same structure of the first Alien movie, but you see that he has some creative choices, he has some ambitions, and he even has his own innovations to put in this Alien franchise. And it feels all familiar, but he also expands certain things of the Alien lore. For example, this movie also have our android, and I think the director made something interesting with this android in this movie. I'm not gonna tell you what, but I actually really liked the android character in this movie. And also, he decided to focus a bit more on the face huggers, you know, those little creepy things that go in your face. And I really liked that he was giving more attention to the facehuggers, because in previous movies we see them at the beginning of the movie and then they just do their thing, and then we go to the xenomorphs. He decides facehuggers to be more prominent, and I really like that. Now, also the movie really looks stunning. It's a beautiful movie to look like, and what I really appreciate is that it is all, I think most of these things are practical, not much digital or CGI, which I really like. The set designs look beautiful, and I really love that the spaceship really looks like similar technology and rooms that is very similar to the spaceship in the first Alien movie. Like, that's a problem that Prometheus and Alien Covenant had. They were supposed to be taking place before the first Alien movie, but the technology looked far more advanced than we saw in Alien. That's not the case with this movie, and that's a choice that I really like. And also, space really looks beautiful in this movie. And even in the start of this movie, we had this image of space, and you really have this feeling of intensity, and that's what I really like. And structure, the first half of the movie is maybe a bit slow, it's taking this time, but I don't mind that. I see certain people think that the first half is slow, but I don't mind it because they are really taking their time to develop the story, spend some time with the characters. And what I really like about the first half of this movie is that it feels like some kind of urban exploration of an abandoned building, but in this case an abandoned spaceship, and that was really nice to see. And what I also really admire in this movie is that this movie has some intensity. There are scenes in this movie that are really intense. My hands were even sweating at certain scenes, and that does not happen a lot with me, so I was very happy that there were such scenes in this movie. It really brings us back to this the alien days, the better alien days with Alien and Aliens, and I really appreciate that. And then the characters. We have a group of young people. Some people do not really like that we are focusing on young people. Maybe they were supposed to be teens, but I don't mind that. I like that every alien group has his specific group of characters. Now we have young people, minors, and actually I really like all these characters. I was really rooting for these characters through all these situations they are going through in this movie, so that was cool. Also, some actors that I'm not familiar with, for example Archie Renault and David Johnson. Two actors I do not know of, but they made a good impression to me in this movie. They were nice characters that they were playing. We also have Isabella Merced, which is an actress that I was being a fan of since the second Sicario movie in 2018. I was very pleased to have her in an Alien movie, and she has some intense scenes, that I can tell. But the standout in this movie was definitely our main character, that is Rain, played by Kaylee Spaney. And Kaylee Spaney, I know her as an actress. I saw her in Bad Times at El Royale. I saw her this year in Civil War. That movie made me actually already a fan of her, because I was very impressed by her work in that movie. But now with Alien Romulus, she was definitely the standout. She really carries this movie. She really makes this movie work. Her character Rain was such an entertaining character, and Kaylee Spaney can do science fiction horror, definitely. She was a standout, and I'm definitely a bigger fan of her now. Just two things that I did not, well, there are just little issues for me. Like I said, we spent some time with the characters in the first half, but I have not the feeling that we know these characters like we did with the characters from the first Alien movie and Aliens. I think those characters were a bit better developed than we had here, but still, we know just enough about these characters to root for them, to support them and like them. Especially our character Rain, we know a lot about her, and I feel like it would have been nice to know a little bit more about the other characters. That's a little issue I had. Other issue that I had was they said this Alien movie was going to be a lot of gore. I expected maybe a little bit more gore, but that's just a personal taste. But because there are some gore and even disgusting moments in this movie, and especially in the third act, that third act was really crazy. You see that this director had all brakes were off, and I really admire that for it. So basically, guys, I'm loving this movie. This is a fantastic Alien movie. This was the Alien movie I was maybe hoping to see, and I'm very pleased I have seen it. I'm already looking forward to give it a second watch very soon. So I definitely recommend this movie to see. These were my thoughts on the movie Alien Romulus. Always be free to share your thoughts on this movie below in the comments. Would love to read that. And if you want to see more reviews of me in the future, always be free to subscribe to my channel. And till the next time.